say some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No, if you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your up and come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. They say some days you gotta give. They say some days you gotta take. That's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you will see. The city streets are full of people going nowhere, making time. The change from night to day is really only out just along the line. Can't you see the sign?
Oh, good morning. What's going on in the studio today? You have one job. Come on now. 903. Daily Show. I'm here. We got a good show. We actually got a really busy show for all of you guys today. Coming down the pipeline in just about, I don't know, a couple of minutes or so. Honeybee Vintage. They'll be joining us, and really excited to have Melissa back in the studio. She does a great job over on Broadway, and really just excited to hear the latest from Honeybee and ways that we can keep our dollar right here in the 618. Then at 9:45, we're talking to Poor Decisions, and we're going to get the latest. They have a comedy show coming down the pipeline this Saturday. Stacy will be in and filling us in on that and so much more. Then at 10:10, our conversations with Centerstone continue. We're going to learn more about medication-assisted treatment with Centerstone and a little bit more into a deep dive of that conversation later on. Then at 10:35, we're going to be talking to Woods River Main Street and getting the latest from their upcoming event lineup. So a really busy show today. I hope you hang out with me in the next 2 hours, but currently at 9:03, here's what you need to know. A pedestrian was seriously injured after being struck by a vehicle on North Main Street Tuesday morning. Glen Carbon Police and Fire responded promptly to the scene where the pedestrian received initial treatment before being airlifted to a St. Louis area hospital for further care. Authorities had closed North Main Street in both directions as the accident reconstruction was underway. Officials have stated more details about the incident will be released later on. Edwardsville City Council has unanimously approved a long overdue update to the city's door-to-door solicitor regulations. Here's what we know on this new ordinance. It modernizes rules that were over 50 years old. It addresses legal changes and streamlines the permitting process. Most solicitors, including solar salesmen, must now register with the city and obtain a permit before canvassing. Exceptions are made for Boy Scouts, religious groups, and political surveyors. Additionally, Edwardsville will introduce a do not knock list that residents can join to avoid unwanted solicitations, following a similar program recently implemented by the Village of Godfrey. These changes enhance community safety and respect for the residents' privacy. Also in the news today, the Metro East Humane Society has rescheduled its low-cost vaccine and microchip clinic to Saturday, June the 28th at their Highland location from 8 a.m. to noon or while supplies last. The clinic remains open to the public with no appointments needed, but attendees must be in line by 11:30 a.m. Services include the free DHPP vaccines for dogs and the FVRCP for cats, $15 rabies shots for pets over 16 weeks, and $20 to microchip. Dewormer and flea and tick prevention options are also available. Dogs should be leashed and cats contained in their carriers, and the event just helps keep local pets healthy and safe. You can see that full article for more details on that at RiverBender.com/news. The Alton River Dragons ended their three-game losing streak with an impressive 4-0 victory over crosstown rival O'Fallon Hoots at Lloyd Hopkins Field. Jackson Perillo, a Maryville native and Collegeville High graduate, delivered a standout performance, setting a new franchise record with 14 strikeouts over 7 innings. Perillo's dominant outing surpassed the previous record and helped silence the Hoots offense. Relief pitchers Jason Schorb and Trent Marquish closed out the game, allowing only without allowing any runs. Offensively, Jaden Patel and Zane Timmon each contributed 2 hits, driving in all 4 runs. And the River Dragons took on Thrillville on the 17th of June last night. We'll keep you updated with the score here shortly. Troy is gearing up for a vibrant Independence Day celebration at Tri-Township Park. Of course, on the 4th of July, starting at 1 p.m., the Caden Cruz duo will kick off the festivities with a lively music suitable for all ages from 5 p.m. until the fireworks finale until dark. Tim Berg and the Kurtz Family Band will keep the energy high. Families can enjoy bounce houses for $10 with unlimited access and a classic dunk take featuring local figures like Mayor Craig Nahn and Dave Qualls. Local vendors will provide food, drinks, and handmade goods. You can bring your lawn chair and join the community for a memorable day, capped off by fireworks display sponsored by the City of Troy's Tourism Fund. And finally in the news today, Christy Schultz, a development director at Community Hope Center in Cottage Hills, well, she recently joined Brian Trust's show and discussed how her faith in God guides her work and life, and discussed more on Community Hope Center. Schultz shared that the center supports those in need with food, clothing, and prayer, regardless of income or location. You can see a full write-up on the Community Hope Center and the write-up with Christy Schultz and her journey with Brian Trust at RiverBender.com/news. And that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend this morning. We'll take a look at weather. It's 80 degrees. If you feels like 92 out there. Humidity's at 93%. Oh, this ain't going to be a fun one today. Today mainly cloudy, windy, not as warm. There will be heavy thunderstorms throughout the day. Watch for flash flooding, hail, and localized damaging wind gusts tonight. Breezy this evening with a thunderstorm in spots. Overcast, and it will be humid, man. That's why I can't breathe today, man. Whew. I'm just glad I cut grass yesterday. Hey, temperatures will reach about 80 degrees today. That's where they'll stay and drop down to 65 overnight as we head into Thursday. And on Thursday, partly sunny skies, a high of 85, a low of 66 degrees. And then on Friday, boy, it's getting hot here soon. A high of 92, a low of 75 degrees, sunny skies. And then on Saturday, a high of 99 degrees, a low of 74. And on Sunday, a high of 96, another low of 74 degrees. But it's getting hot. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. It's 80 degrees at 9:09. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545, this time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab Recover, and Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by downloading the RiverBender.com app today in the Google Play Store or the App Store. Hey, while I have you, we're going to be talking to Centerstone in just a couple of minutes or so, around 10 o'clock. And Centerstone's really a national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment for people of all ages. They have a commitment to delivering care that, it really changes people's lives. No matter what circumstance you're under, no matter what stage of life you're under. The past couple of months having these conversations with Centerstone, you really start to understand how it doesn't, there's not just that one person category that substance use disorder treatment affects or mental health, effects. It's a whole gauntlet, and it's the families too. And at Centerstone, they're all about building that bridge too and really bringing the family in on that journey with that individual. It's that comprehensive care. It's just really that evidence-based treatment program that really helps bring the family together. And you can join Centerstone, like I said, at 10:10 today. Learn more about it and just learn more about ways that Centerstone's advocating in the region. You can learn more at centerstone.org. That's centerstone.org. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. Hey, we'll take a quick break. Got to get an oxygen mask. Man, I cannot breathe today. It's like Miami, Florida down here with this humidity. All right, downtown Alton, a commercial break, and then a more daily show in that order.
I've been working all weekend, I'm tired, I don't want to sleep, I want to have fun, time for a good time. Oh, turn it up now.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grabs like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I've been to church, I've read the book. I know he's here, but I don't look near as often as I
9:16.
should.
Welcome back to our daily show. It's Wednesday. I mean, we're almost there. We're almost there. 2 days to freedom for most people. I'm off tomorrow, so I mean, I got to go to work tomorrow. But it's like that's my Friday.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
You take it when you can get it.
How's everything at Honeybee Vintage?
Good. Thank you for having me today.
Well, I just think it's so cool. When I stop by and just see the selection you guys have, and also just driving by the other day, especially during pub crawl day, it looked like you guys were having a good time.
Well, we try. Yeah, it's a lot of fun when the shop fills up on a busy weekend on a Saturday. Yeah.
Well, it's summertime, and the whole point that we're trying to make on the show is let's keep the dollar right here in the 618 and keep supporting, small business. And as the summer's kicking off, how are you feeling with everything?
Well, summertime brings lots of activity, festivals and things like that. So it does bring people downtown. The key would be for them to come back for a shopping day instead of an event. But it does bring life to downtown. It's wonderful for downtown. And we do see an uptick in day trippers.
Oh, wow.
To me, it's always encouraging and exciting when we get new visitors in, first timers, people who've never been in the store before, and they just kind of look around and try to take it all in. And then it's our job to make sure that first time guest becomes a repeat customer.
And they look right outside your front window and realize you have one of the nicest views in town, too.
I do. And my checkout counter is, I decided on that position for a different reason, but the side benefit is I get to see when that river sparkles. I love it.
Well, I really thought about that whenever I was I'm like, that should be the sales pitch. I mean, this is one of the best views of the river out there.
Yeah.
Well, and since you were on the show last, how have you guys grown since then? Because it's been a few months.
Yeah. So we have added a few vendors this spring. My vendor team right now, we've got 20 vendors. About half of the square footage is occupied by local micro businesses. And they are fantastic, doing a great job. What the fun part is that as many vendors as I have, they each bring their own unique perspective. And that's how I think it works all well together. Hopefully creating the right recipe where anybody who walks through the doors, men, women, old, young, you can find something that you can gravitate to.
100%. Well, and it's so cool that you guys are, you're an incubator as well as being your own small business. I mean, it's 2 in 1. And with the way that you distribute the vendors and the way that you choose them, it's a successful formula, I'm sure, for everybody because, your vendors are happy. They're making, money in their micro, businesses that are there. And also, you're able to grow yourself while also helping those others grow too.
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope. There's certain clear benefits to me to having vendors in the mix. It makes it kind of a complicated business model. But from the vendor perspective as well, it just provides a marketplace for them and we're open 7 days a week.
Right.
So it provides a little consistency, particularly in the non-peak months for vendor markets, when the farmer's market's not going, night market's not going, when maybe flea markets are closed, provides year-round consistency. It's greater investment on their part to really have some skin in the game and pay rent for it. So I honor them for that. And it takes continuous diligence on their part to bring in new things, take old things out, and just keep things changing and moving. But I give them a lot of freedom to do what they want, to build their brand, to have their own look and feel within that space. And it works really well when you've got good people in the mix.
Oh, 100% over. And it really, the store, you can't even tell hardly that there's different vendors set up. And that's what I think is so cool about it. It's not, it's not booths. It's really just, it's an open flow store. It's so unique when you walk in there.
Thank you. That's intentional. It's by design. I was very specific about no pegboard, no slapboard. And it, each space is a little quirky. As a result, we have to get real creative about invisible and visible dividers, but we know where the spaces, where the boundaries are, but it is meant to have a flow so that as the customer enters. There's a loop that you go through. You're not going to miss anything. There's a side room filled with clothing, and then our upstairs boutique is where all the families can shop for their children.
That's one of the best parts. I'm telling you.
Oh, thank you.
That's always a winner, And I wanted to ask you, because you were talking about farmers markets a little bit and night markets, because we hear, and we see the photos of people, at Alton Artisan Farmers Market, which is huge. And
it's huge.
Night markets being very popular. But when it translates to business, is it a big night for you, or are those big days for you when you have those events?
It's the opposite effect, if I'm going to be honest about it. But it does bring people downtown. Alton Main Street's invested in a big study that shows that, when you look at it long term. But any of these events, F1 Powerboat, All Wheels Drive-In, I love all these events. Mm-hmm. But on the day, it doesn't benefit retail. I get it. My observation. Are they good for the city? Absolutely. Great for quality of life. Great for bringing people downtown. But we really do rely on the casual shopper who they want to come down and just stroll Broadway.
That's interesting. Well, and it's really a fascinating perspective too. Like you said, these are great events. It's just hearing that is probably an interesting point for a lot of people too.
Yeah. And I don't know what the solution is exactly. No. It doesn't all have to be about retail. I think festivals and events are fantastic. I consider it my responsibility to make the shop so attractive and so enjoyable to come to that people would be willing to be intentional and drive down and spend a little time with us.
I am going to be intentional right now, Melissa. Ready?
Oh.
If you're at one of these events, stop in. What are we doing here?
Or pick another day. Yeah. Same thing with the protest on Saturday. Mm-hmm. It was the worst Saturday business-wise because we had people marching in front of the shop. That's a wonderful American thing to do, to express freedom of speech. But the hope is that on a different day,
you come back in.
Come back in.
Well, and see, that's good. Maybe we can start making our plans, especially if we have friends in St. Louis and they want to come maybe catch up or have a bite to eat, stop by, one of the business or restaurants on Broadway, go shop for a little bit, and then, keep moving on.
Yeah. And CJ, I love what you're doing this month to highlight small business, brick and mortar downtown. Mm-hmm. It's so beneficial to our city. I'm so grateful for it. Mm-hmm. My view is that I never want to appeal to people that, hey, in order to be a good citizen, you got to shop small, shop local. It does take some intentionality, but what my perspective is, choose your favorites.
Right.
You don't have to shop everywhere. If you don't like it, don't go there. Mm-hmm. But choose your few favorites, and then just remember.
Well, and see, that's what's really important too. And there's, times where I kind of get frustrated about maybe seeing, a Facebook post by a business owner because it's like, well, they put up the, shop small and all that, which is important. I get it. But you have to, like you said, go out of your way to make people really want to stop in and see what you're all about. And when people are putting in the effort like you guys have to in the downtown district to survive and thrive, I mean, it's a lot of work that folks at home don't realize, how much it takes sometimes.
Sure, there's a lot of heart in it, but it's worth it.
Oh, totally.
Our city is worth it.
Well, and that's why I love doing this, because it's a way for us to spotlight the good. Like, we have so many fantastic businesses down there on Broadway, and you guys contribute to this really unique incubator of really just excitement and small business growth. It's like, let's talk about it more. Why are we driving out of town,
Yeah.
So when I walk in, I thought it was so cool, some of the different Illinois specific things that were in your shop. And I don't know if that was a vendor or if that's your guys's product, but take me through that, because I saw some Abraham Lincoln things too in there. And I think that's such a unique touch.
Well, thank you. That also is intentional. I do order some custom things. Mm-hmm. I've got local vendors as well, artists who do local landmarks. Elise Paints Things is one. AJK Designs is one. She has things in the shop. And I think having that local flavor is important. In general, we try to do all not found on Amazon items. Things you're not going to find anywhere else. But in order to cater to our loyal locals, as well as people passing through and want to pick up a little memento, that local interest is important. So we have items of historic interest, but also local landmarks and branded, Midwest and Alton things.
I think it's just so cool.
Well,
and I really hope people stop in because your selection is really unique and it's for every kind of shopping experience you might have. Like you said, it could be to stop in and pick something up to remember it, or you need great home decor, or you want to go talk about, the kids' clothing section, which is just fantastic.
Thank you.
And really, that's what I wanted to come back with after this break, because you have a special going on in the month of July.
I do. I can't wait to tell you.
And we got some exciting news for all of you. So you stay there, and I'll be over here with Melissa right here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. 9:29. I haven't heard Boston in a while. That's like one you hear at Applebee's every once in a while. And welcome back to Our Daily Show. Melissa Bland back in the studio. Honeybee Vintage is such a great place. And really quick, just while I have you, here's her website, a little bit of what you guys can experience just online at honeybeevintagealton.com. I'll take you to the homepage. And, there's just so many great collections of things as you see on your screen. But this children's boutique, that's the place to be. Trying to tie it in together. But now fill me in on this.
Yeah. So to our earlier conversation about brick and mortar and trying to generate foot traffic downtown, part of the solution for us and survival actually is to have an e-commerce component as well. Social media selling is important, and then the website. Then thank you for showing that, because that puts some subset of our products, the new items, in front of a national audience, and it does kind of help fill in the gaps.
Some of these are so cool, though. Look at these children toys you got. I didn't even know you had this. There's a trampoline.
Well, there's more online than we have in store, and there's
Gotcha.
Sort of a subset that is in both places. But the upscale resale for kids and in general are in store. None of the one-of-a-kind items are online. But if you're looking for a gift and you want to just ship it out to a family member or whatever, you can do that on the website and ship it out direct. Or you can choose local pickup, save the shipping, and just come grab it in store. We'll have it ready to go.
Well, I just think it's really cool because, like you said, it's not going to be the one-of-a-kind item, but these are really nice items. It's curated. It's not going on Amazon's like top 10 and, finding something that's going to break next week.
Right. That's exactly right. And I as you said, I curate the new items just as carefully as picking items for resale. All of our resale items are found locally, so all of that money stays in the local economy. There again, with the new items, I choose carefully. Many are regional items, but even if I buy nationally, they're small businesses.
Yeah.
These are often handmade, tons of heart in these products. I curate for quality, I curate for style, I curate for price. So, if we get that mix right, then it works well.
How long does it take to really kind of go through and sift through some of the, because I'm sure you're getting inundated and peppered with things left and right to go through and look for?
Yeah, well, that's the fun part, isn't it?
Is it really? It's like the Sherlock Holmes of you?
Yeah. It is fun, and to try to anticipate what the customer will want, what's going to hit the mark, to keep changing and evolving. You try some things and it's a flop, and so you transition to something else. Try to look for seasonal items.
Yeah. Well, and I'm being serious. Like, I'm like right here just on this, and I found this just because my rug that I just purchased is also completely ruined now. And so I'm like, I'll just kind of go look and click on rug. But I mean, with the sale, $27, you couldn't get that at Walmart for that price.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get sued now because I mentioned Walmart. But, I really think it's amazing, though, that you're able to still keep that within the relativity of being affordable for everyone,
Well, I hope so. I do on the website, in addition to the gifts, as you pointed out, there's a number of rugs, there's wallpaper, there's furniture, paint, so it kind of rounds out the home decor picture.
Yeah.
Lamps, a little bit of furniture on there that you can order in, but really try to be careful to make sure the quality is there.
Now, how often do you refresh the in-store look? Is that something you do
Continuously.
Do you really? Okay,
continuously. Every single day I'm putting out new merchandise.
Really?
So it's fun for everybody if it looks different every time you come in. And it's how things get noticed, and it's how things sell. So continuously, but also seasonally. So I'll change the windows out with a new season or a new holiday. And like the children's, for example, we touched on that. In July here, we've got BOGO days coming up in the boutique.
Thank Melissa right now.
So if your kids aren't outfitted yet or are missing a few pieces for summer, it's a great chance to do that. And then hopefully we'll make space so that by the time we're thinking back to school in August, September, that we'll start bringing in fall. So lots of transition between seasons.
Well, and honestly, I think it's such a good point to make too. Like with the children's clothes, I mean, everything it's affordable. The material's fantastic.
Thank
too.
you.
It's really just it's high quality clothing that really looks great in always an occasion.
You're being generous.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm telling you, it was amazing. Everything always looks good.
Well, the niche in the BT, it's not a huge loft area.
Right.
So it's, I'm very, very picky on condition, number one, and also quality. I'm not a slave to brands, but I do look for brands. I look for boutique. I look for and premium brands like Ralph Lauren and Hannah Anderson and Minnie Bowden and lots of Matilda Jane right now up there. And so some of the favorites among local moms and grandmoms.
That's really cool. And now you were saying you were going to be even more generous, and if somebody mentioned that they watched this.
Yes. So our BOGO days start officially July 1, but if one of your listeners or viewers wants to mention it in store, we'll honor that ahead of time. So
how about that?
Yeah.
You're welcome. I mean, it's a Wednesday and you're getting gifts. You know what I'm saying here?
It's the RiverBender special.
Right. I love it. Well, and honestly, I just think it's so great to highlight this because, sometimes I think when folks are trying to plan their shopping experience and want to hit multiple businesses, and this is just something I used to do, it was trying to map out when everybody was open, and kind of getting this, but you're open 7 days a week.
Open 7 days a week, yeah. Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. Sunday, 12 to 5. We get lots of people coming in Mondays and Tuesdays when downtown's a little slower, who find themselves downtown looking for something to do. And Mondays and Tuesdays aren't bad as a result because people are grateful to find us open. And then we refer to those others who are open.
Well, it's a team effort, and that's really, when it comes to the district as a whole is passing those folks along and saying, hey, I know you had fun here, but man, right down the road, they got some really cool stuff too.
For sure. I don't know how the culture has been in the past, but I think there's this rising swell of colleagueship and camaraderie between small business brick and mortar owners downtown. And I am so pleased to refer to the good ones.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
And now, with that being said, what's your kind of just final thoughts as we're wrapping up? Anything else that you're looking to do with the store? Is there any other items getting ready to come in that you want us to be aware of?
Well, the primary focus is the buy one, get one free for kids' clothing and shoes. If you, as a woman or man, want to refresh your wardrobe, we've got tons of clothing right now. New jewelry has flowed in. Just new all the time. You can come on a Saturday or once a week if you want to and discover new things every time. So.
You definitely will. And you get to see Melissa, so that's always a win too. Melissa, it's always great talking to you.
CJ, I'm so grateful.
And, don't be. This is seriously my pleasure.
We would love to welcome your listeners into the store, and I'm just grateful for any chance I can to talk about the shop.
Whenever you put all the work in, like you guys do, you really deserve the recognition too. So if you haven't yet, seriously, stop by Honeybee Vintage. You might see me in there. Who knows? Might as well. And you can get some really cool stuff. Be a part of that BOGO for the Children's Boutique in the month of July. Also, you mentioned it right now until the month of July. You'll be a part of that little bit of an early bird, if you will.
Yeah, first pick.
We'll put everything on a write-up
on RiverBender.com. We'll take a quick break. Melissa, hope you have a great rest of your day. And
thank you.
Now,
Likewise.
what time does work start for you?
I have someone working at the shop today, so today's a picking day and a little resting day for me.
There you go. We'll enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We'll be back after this.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I was deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky.
9:41. Welcome back. Never a bad decision to make poor decisions.
Very true. Very true.
Stacey, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, I'm actually very excited now because a bit of Alton's getting revived here, and it's something we'll wait till the end to talk about because I'm just that damn excited about this.
Yes.
How's life at Poor Decisions? Oh, and by the way,
it's
sorry
great.
for missing. It was on Monday. I'm like, what the hell happened? It's because my email didn't go through. And,
I was waiting on it,
things
and then I got a
happen.
message like, "Are you going to CJ's?" And I'm like, "I didn't get an email."
So my fault, but we're here now.
We are here now.
And so this Saturday you have a comedy show, correct?
Yes, it is called Rollin' on the River comedy show. It is hosted by Willie Lynch Jr., featuring Andrew Hamilton. Tickets are $20 on Eventbrite. Doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8 until about 9:30.
Now, is the bar going to be open before that?
The bar will be open that morning at 7 a.m. for breakfast. 11 a.m. the bar will be open serving drinks that
How's
day.
Savory Little Things doing in there?
Savory Little Things is doing great. They're a little new to us. They've been there about 2 months. They serve breakfast at 7 a.m. every day. And then they do lunch at 11. And then she leaves around 4. And then at 5 p.m. I have a lady that has been with me for this is her second month. Beyond Taste.
Mm-hmm.
And they have some amazing food. They have Korean corn dogs, loaded Cheeto, hot Cheeto nachos. They have loaded nachos. She has a different variety of a menu.
Mm-hmm.
People love her food because they can get that anytime from 5 p.m. to close on Friday and Saturday nights up until 2:30 in the morning.
Wow. Hey, just a little bit of a breaking news. We'll come right back to this. The Alton Fire Department just responded to a fire in the 600 block of Division Street this morning, and they were able to get to that fire. This is a breaking news alert from RiverBender.com. At around 2 a.m., everyone was out when the firefighters made it, so they left the home. Fisher said the fire likely started from a single unit air conditioning unit. So that's what that fire was this morning, but all occupants did leave that. So that's just a breaking news alert. You can stay tuned to RiverBender.com for more updates on that. Sorry, Stacey. Back to
you're good.
Poor Decision.
That's important. Yeah.
But I really like, and I was telling Brian this the other day, and actually I had on John Johnson and Professor Long here. They do a magic show.
Okay.
And they were wanting, talking about just adding some new types of entertainment to the downtown district. And just like what you guys are doing with comedy, I'm like, dude, let's link you guys up with Poor Decisions.
For sure.
How cool would that be?
We're always open. We have that big room in the back. We're always open to do anything. We always tell people, what do you want to see downtown? Let us know. Because if we can do it, we're going to do it for you.
Well, and you guys are really trying to get real creative with it. And I think that's what's so unique about it. It's not just somebody that slaps the logo on a building and says we have a bar. I mean, you guys are really trying to create an atmosphere there and trying to find a true entertainment identity. And it's really unique how you're doing it.
Yeah, and we do comedy shows every other Saturday. So like it'll be on the 21st, then we'll have one the second week of July, then the fourth week of July. So we try to do those every Saturday night.
Really
and
cool.
we're starting to bring like bigger people, from... for instance, Willie Lynch Jr., he opened it up for Cat Williams.
Yeah.
So he's a good headliner. He'll be hosting that show this Saturday.
That's badass,
so that's
actually.
exciting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And tickets are $20?
$20 on Eventbrite.
And how long's the show?
The show is from 8 to 9:30. Doors open at 7:30.
For $20 is pretty darn good.
Yeah, good night for $20.
And hey, how was your Tres Padres weekend? Or
It was great. It was great. Yeah, you got to come down and you got 2 cigars from AP Cigar. Mike put that together. He does really well with collabing with us. Then Savory Little Things had tacos that you got, and then you got a beer from us.
There you go.
It was nice.
Did it turn out well?
It did really well. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Now, what else is coming down the pipeline?
So today is 618 Day, if nobody knows. So happy 618
look
Day
at that.
to all of you.
Oh, look at that.
So we're actually going to have a lot of things going on this week. For instance, today we have a lot of 618 specials. You can go down to the bar today and you can get 6 wings with fries for $6.18 up until 4 o'clock with Savory Little Things. At 5 p.m., she has 5 different meals tonight from 5 to close for $6.18. The bar specials will have $6 Long Islands, $1 Jello shots, and $8 alcohol slushies. DJ Stino will be in the booth from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. So it's going to be a 618 party
Get
today.
the water,
Yeah. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time because a lot of people are off tomorrow for Juneteenth.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So honestly, I completely forgot it was 618 Day. See,
Today
this
is
is why you
618
guys are
Day.
good about these things,
I haven't seen a lot. I haven't seen a lot of flyers for it. So I'm kind of excited that we are, and then Thursday we're doing a Juneteenth event. So night market will be down, from 7 to 10 every Thursday night in June and July. We have Last Queen Standing that starts at 6:15, the first drawing. You can register as early as 4. It's free to play. You just download the app. They draw your name. You win some money. They pick the queen, and your card's the queen. You win some more money.
Well, Brian said that you could win some huge money on this.
Yes, I think this week, if you get the first queen, it's $3,000. Every week a queen doesn't get flipped, it goes up $250.
I'm in. I'm telling you what. That's what I'm going to start doing for a side job. I'm just going to start being a part of all.
I won the first week. Like, my phone buzzed and you're a winner. Didn't. And I'm like, no way. Yeah, $25.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, just for putting my name in the early bird. You put your name in the early bird every 15 minutes it draws.
Now, how do you get the cat? Or does it go to like your bank account or your card?
They send it a virtual card right to your phone.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I'm in. That's really cool.
Yes. And then also Thursday, DJ Chris Styles will be back there in the back from 8 to 1 a.m. spinning all the jams for Juneteenth. Juneteenth, I haven't seen a lot of things out there for that.
Yeah.
We try to celebrate every holiday at Poor Decisions.
Yeah.
We're down to have a good time, and anytime there's a holiday, it's guaranteed there's going to be a good time at Poor Decisions.
I love the DJ lineup too. I mean, you guys really are doing a really good job of not getting stale with anything. I mean, it's always it's not a revolving, it's a refreshing door where you got somebody, new but not new that's still known in the area that's really putting on some cool stuff, and it's fun.
So we have a lot of DJs right now, and we're always looking for more. I mean, if you're interested in doing a gig at our place, hit us up. I mean, we're always looking for DJs, guest bartenders, stuff like that. Friday is going to be fun. If anybody's out and about, we're doing sipping in sundresses. So we just ask you guys to show up with DJ Stino. He'll be in the booth from 10 to 3 and wear those cute sundresses. Get those sandals out because it's going to be 87 degrees.
Shoot. It's funny. I got out of town at the right time because I'm going on vacation and I saw it's going to be like 97 on Saturday and I'm just giving you guys the sign of the cross and saying good luck. You know what I'm saying? But, I love the idea of doing all these different days. So if you're just tuning in, we have the big thing is $20 for a wonderful comedy show. I mean, you're getting a hell of an lineup. And then you got 618 Day today with all these really fun food specials and just really ways to celebrate the area that's, I just love that, 618 Day should be about the only place that's scarier in Alton than the buildings or the roads. That should be the
brick roads.
I just it's things like that. And then the Juneteenth celebration. What time does that officially start again? Just because
all these events are all day long. We have the specials all day.
It doesn't just...
But entertainment on 618 Day tonight will be 9 to 2.
Okay.
Juneteenth celebration starts 8 to 1.
Gotcha.
DJ always stays till 2. If the party's jumping, he stays till 2 till we close. Friday's event, Saturday's events, DJs are from 10 to 3, which Saturday is going to be a lot of fun. It's getting hot out there, so you want to come down and you want to watch the comedy show, but then you can come back in the evening from 10 to 3. We are having a beachwear bash, so everybody gets to come in their swimsuits and their swim trunks.
I love this.
You can get a 32-ounce fat-ass bucket for $18.
So what is in the fat-ass bucket? I keep asking Brian.
It's 8 liquors and 4 juices.
Did you get a straw?
Yep, a big fat straw. But yeah, it's one of our favorites. Like, they love the buckets.
I love it.
So yeah, we have that, and then we have $3 vodka Gatorade drinks, and we have $2 Jello shots.
Oh, nice! And that's on
every
Saturday?
Friday and Saturday.
That's huge.
All day long.
You got a moment?
Specials are all day.
You got a moment to stick around?
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna take. I got to pay some bills. It's $9.50 on the. It's $9.50 on the nose. We'll come back, talk Poor Decisions. You're gonna want to stay around because I'm telling you, I love the idea of what's coming down the pipeline. You stay there, and I'll stay here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop at their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With
over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
We'll be grooving when the sun goes down. We'll be feeling alright when the sun sinks down over the water.
Alrighty.
Everything gets hotter when the
I'm excited to talk about this. Years ago, in a town called Alton, a man had a vision. One of the greatest visions of all time. To do an inside sand volleyball or inside beach.
Yep.
And I think that it's time we bring this back, Stacy.
It's coming. It's coming. We have been talking about it. So sooner than later, you guys will start seeing sand volleyball inside of Poor Decisions in the back room.
Bring it in the sand. Yes. I'm excited about this. You know what?
It's coming.
Who needs the beach when you can bring it to your own bar?
It's summer. Everybody wants to go out in their swimsuit and their chunks. Some of them don't want to be in the sun. Some of them want to have a drink and act like you're on the beach.
So I've been excited about this like ever since you mentioned it. And I'm like, hell with the rest of this. Let's talk about this. Let's get people excited. And like you said, it's being in the district, and we were talking about this earlier, it's so hard to survive the first couple of years in the downtown district because you've got so many different things going on.
We got like 11 or 13 bars right into like a, I don't know, 4 block radius.
Yeah. Well, and you guys don't have slot machines, do you?
We do not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I mean, you guys are relying on the seat.
Yeah. On the meat and the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So getting into this is why I think it's so fun to support you, because all throughout the day, you guys always have a crowd for everybody. Because I've seen people post from all different walks of life that's just having the time of their life at Poor Decisions. And
We've
I think
done line dancing. We've
hell
done
yeah, that's
comedy
cool.
shows. We have done Alton's Got Talent. We packed the house. It was sold out. Just like I said, if people have a vision of what they want to see downtown, let us know. If we can make it happen, we're going to make it happen.
100%. And honestly, I love the collaboration idea because you guys literally, you hit it on the head. Anytime someone reaches out, hell, you guys reach out to people and say, let's do this.
Absolutely.
We're a team.
There's never anybody that ever inboxes us and says, hey, like, I think it was last weekend, a guy hit me up. He said they had a bridal party coming through. And he's like, what specials can you offer us? And they come in and they got these little coupons they were ripping off at each bar with the specials. And they knew what specials we had that night, and they all bought drinks, and it was kind of nice. Anything we can participate in. We did the pub crawl. We did the St. Patty's pub crawl. Anything the car show with Mike, anything anybody asks to collab with, we try to jump on board.
I love it. Well, and now let's get back into this. So there's still tickets for Saturday, correct?
Yep, on Eventbrite.
And then how many can you guys hold in there?
So in the back room, 100 people.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Man, that's a bigger room than I thought. Yeah,
back
wow.
room is capacity of 100.
And now 618 days today, that's going to start at 9 p.m. run till midnight.
So 618 starts now at 11 when the bar opens.
Yeah.
And the specials are from 11 a.m. until 2 a.m.
But the DJ,
he'll be there 9 to 2.
9 to 2, not 9 to 1.
2
Damn, I always miss something.
Yeah. 9 to 2. We close at 2. It's a Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh man, it ain't like weekends only. You're open every day of the week.
Every day of the week. 7 days a week.
And then Juneteenth is all day again. The food specials are there. And what are those 2 food specials again? This day and tomorrow.
So today we have it is 6 wings with French fries for $6.18, and then 5 different meals after 5 o'clock for $6.18.
Wow. Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
It's a busy day. Hey, let me just take you here. Just so you guys know, just be mindful today as the weather comes in. A tornado watch has just been issued for the Riverbender region. The National Weather Service is putting this tornado watch out there for 17 counties in our coverage map, including Madison and St. Clair. It will run until 4 p.m. today, so please stay tuned to RiverBender.com/weather for those weather news alerts so you can keep you and yourself safe in case of severe weather. Back to Stacy. Man, you're bringing all the news today, Stacy. A lot of news alerts in here.
We're just a party place. Like, we got a VIP lounge upstairs,
Yeah.
That's been pretty much booked every weekend. You get 5 hours with us through the week for $125. Your choice of a bottle of liquor. $225 on the weekends for 5 hours. Your choice of liquor. It's got a dartboard up there. It's got drunken Jenga. It's got all the card games, card table, sectional, balcony seating, a speaker you can put your music on, a fireplace, TV. So it's a really nice lounge that we put together, and it's been doing really really well. If you guys ever want to party in our back room, it's free of charge and it holds 100 people. We just let you know that public will be in there too. But we've had parties where they've decorated the whole room and they've gave food to all the regulars that come through, and it's just a big party.
Now, you've had a experience in multiple settings and multiple bars, and
Yes.
and take me through what makes Poor Decisions different.
Poor Decisions is really just, it's a place where you want everybody to know each other. Like all my regulars I know by name. They know me by my name. They know my bartenders by their name. They know my son by his name. So we just want to have a good time. We want to bring unique stuff to downtown. We want to have fun. We don't want any drama, any of the headache that comes with the bar scene sometimes. But we just want to have a good environment. So this place is different because we do try to interact and do a lot of different stuff that other bars don't do. We try to go with the customer's opinion, what they want to see, what they want to do, what DJs they like. I go off a lot of recommendations, like when we book comedians. Jess has like 39 comedians now.
That's wild.
And they're everywhere, but they're referred out to us. DJs are referred out to us. I probably have, I'll be honest, 3 of the hottest DJs in town for sure. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I probably, and they're known all over. I mean, they make a flyer, a post, and everybody's guaranteed to come. And at my place, I'll say what's different about Poor Decisions. We're a family.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just a bar.
Yeah.
Everybody on my staff is part of my family.
That's cool.
And like my best friend, my cousin, my son, people that even when I had my first bar, one of my in-house DJs, he was an in-house DJ there. So we've been rocking together for like 15 years,
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, people know good people and they know good places, and you want people in your circle when you have an establishment that are really your friends and really want the best for you.
100%.
You learn a lot in the bar world. Some people are there for a short time and some people are there for a long time.
Or some people are just there for a good time,
That part.
With that being said, there's an upcoming Sundress Sunday. Is that what we're calling this?
No. So on Friday, it is sipping in sundresses. So come on your sundresses and your sandals, ladies. Grab them out the closet. Go get a new sundress. It's going to be nice weather. Come and sip with us. We have liquor slushies.
Ooh.
And it's
That'll be
gonna
good.
Hot weather.
That's right. You have a ton of different flavors, don't you?
We have 8 different ones. We swap them out weekly.
That's really.
So, and people love them. They do the trick. 1 or 2, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. We'll be right back. But then you have the beach party. Mm-hmm. When's that going to be?
The beach party is Saturday. It is Beachwear Bash. So you're going to wear your swim trunks.
That's all in 5 days?
Yeah, we're going to party for the next 5 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, wear your swim trunks and your swimsuits. Ladies, I know you like to go out in your swimsuits. Some of you don't like to get real hot, so to be inside. But you can still slurp frozen drinks, listen to the DJ, have a good time, dance till 3 a.m.
There you go.
Get some food till 2:30.
And then just stay tuned for when this place becomes a beach. I am so excited.
It's coming.
A taste of Alton's back, Stacy. I'm loving this.
People have been asking us. They really have. They're like, when are you going to bring back what Big Muddy used to do? Yeah. Get that back room full of sand and let's have some sand volleyball. So it's coming. It's coming.
All righty. So with that being said, Stacy, we'll link everything right up. Make sure people get out there and hear more about it. And then
follow us on Facebook. Poor Decisions. We put everything on there each week, each day, what's going on down there. If you'd like to be a guest bartender, a DJ, if you got some entertainment you'd like to bring, whether it's comedy, it's magic, it's any or everything. We're just interested and open for anything somebody wants to see in the downtown
Interpretive dance.
Yeah, for sure. We're trying to do some fun stuff with that too. It's coming. Everything's coming.
All right. 9:59. We'll take a quick break. Top of the hour news next. Centerstone joins us in the 10 o'clock hour. And then Woodrow Main Street does too at 10:30. So take a quick break. Come back with me then.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions. Hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage. With special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you. Oh, but you know
Welcome back. 10:01 on this 18th day of June. It's a Wednesday morning. Been a busy show. Yeah. Feeling good about it. Hey, top of the hour news now. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 people that are truly in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We'll take you right to Glen Carbon first. We broke this story yesterday afternoon. A pedestrian was seriously injured after being struck by a vehicle on North Main Street Tuesday morning. Glen Carbon police and fire responded promptly to the scene where the pedestrian received initial treatment before being airlifted to a St. Louis area hospital for further care. Authorities closed North Main Street in both directions as the accident reconstruction was underway, and officials have stated more details still to come. Edwardsville City Council has unanimously approved a long overdue update to the city's door-to-door solicitor regulations. Here's what we know on this new ordinance. It does modernize rules that were over 50 years old, addressing legal changes and streamlining the permitting process. Most solicitors, including solar salesmen, must now register with the city and obtain a permit before canvassing. Exceptions are being made for the Boy Scouts, religious groups, and political surveyors. Additionally, Edwardsville will introduce a do not knock list that residents can join to avoid unwanted solicitation following a similar program recently implemented by the Village of Godfrey. These changes enhance the community safety and respect of the Edwardsville residents' privacy. Also in the news today, the Metro East Humane Society did reschedule its low-cost vaccine and microchip clinic to Saturday, June the 28th, at their Highland location from 8 a.m. until noon, or while supplies last. The clinic remains open to the public with no appointments needed, but attendees must be in line by 8:30 a.m. Services include vaccines for dogs and cats, $15 rabies shots for pets over 16 weeks, and $20 microchipping. Dewormer and flea and tick prevention options are also available. Now, your dog should be leashed and your cat's contained in carriers, and the event helps keep local pets healthy and safe. You can see a full write-up with all the details on the different vaccinations at RiverBender.com/news. A big shout out to Dawn Michelle, marking 25 years as the president and CEO of the Troy Maryville St. Jacob Marine Chamber of Commerce, turning one small local group into a thriving community hub with over 400 members. She started in the year 2000 with no contacts and minimal resources. She infused the chamber with vision and energy, pioneering initiatives like meet and greet business visits and Drinking with Dawn, and an expert podcast. Her dynamic leadership earned her multiple awards, including 2 keys to the city of Troy. Michelle credits her family for support and continues to build lasting connections that enrich the region's business environment. Congratulations, Dawn, from all of us here at RiverBender.com on 25 years at the helm of the Troy Area Chamber of Commerce. Let's take a look at weather on this Wednesday morning. It's going to start getting a little nasty out there. Right now, that thunderstorm watch is in effect until 4 p.m. today in south central and southwest Illinois, including Madison and St. Clair counties. Today, mainly cloudy, windy. It will not be as warm, but the humidity, man, I'm telling you, make it feel like it. There's heavy thunderstorms on the way. Watch for flash flooding. Watch for hail and localized damaging wind gusts. Tonight, breezy with thunderstorms, overcast and humid. Right now, with the air quality, let's take a look. Coming in at 39, which is good overall. Grass is moderate. Mold is low. Ragweed pollen levels are moderate too, and tree levels are low. So is the UV index. Temperatures will reach 81 degrees today at most, dropping down to 66 overnight with more storms predicted. On Thursday, a high of 84, a low of 65. On Friday, a high of 90, a low of 75 degrees. And on Saturday, man, get ready to start sweating. A high of 99, a low of 74 with no clouds in the sky. And then on Sunday, a high of 96, a low of 75, and that's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 78 degrees. It feels like 90 out there for time and temperature. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time, all the time, by going to RiverBender.com/weather. All righty. Hey, while I have you, listener, it is 618 day, okay? And, you know, who's always been a great partner in the 618 is, you know, Sparks Junk Removal. And let's just go into that live read. You know, at Sparks Junk Removal, their junk is your business, or your junk is their business. Let me switch that around. 618 day, let's recognize one of the staples in the 618, the queen of junk. She called me a couple years ago. She says, CJ, listen to this. I am tired of one trash company running the roost. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it better. And guess what? She hasn't looked back. Those purple, yellow trash cans are just multiplying. Put an exponent there, because that's what's happening. You know, it's all because of the team that Sparks Junk Removal has. They answer their phones. They're reliable. They're always there and communicating with their customers. You know, like kind of the old school way of business. Who would have thought that would have worked? Duh. You know, at Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling, it's all about being there for their clients in every service area they can attest to, whether it's junk removal, their roll-off dumpster services, their weekly trash service, their demolition cleanup, or maybe you just got a nasty basement with full of junk from the 90s. I mean, let's go. Those Beanie Babies ain't going to sell. Get them out of there and call Sparks. You know, SparksJunkRemoval.net, SparksJunkRemoval.net, and reclaim your space today. I just heard that song. I don't want to hear that again. All right. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to send you to downtown Alton, and then we'll talk to Centerstone.
I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? Now I've been one more correspondent, and I've been too hard to find.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
To the dark side, I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Is this movie that I think you like?
Welcome back. Daily Show on this Wednesday morning, times 10:11. It's almost 80 degrees in downtown Alton, but the humidity feels like 110, but who's counting? It's always great to talk with Centerstone, and I'm really excited to continue our conversation when it comes to medication-assisted treatment. We had this conversation last year. So many were interested, and glad to continue it now. And Ellyn, is that correct? Okay, great. How are you doing this morning? And thanks for joining us on our Daily Show.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm doing well. How are you doing today, CJ?
So much better because I did not ask for the pronunciation. I kind of winged it, and now we're doing good, you know?
Spot on.
Let's dive right into this. When it comes to medication-assisted treatment, I think there's so much of an opportunity to kind of educate the public on just the steps and what this looks like, and also the different type of circumstances in which we'd utilize this.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that, medicated assisted treatment is becoming more widely used, and I think accepted in terms of a form of intervention for addiction treatment. We do use 3 different forms of medication, Vivitrol, Suboxone, and Methadone, to assist in treatment for addiction here at Centerstone. So those are the majority of the medications that we use to assist in that process.
Well, and let's just to go a little bit more into those 3 medications, when somebody is utilizing those to, help with their, combat their addiction and go through that battle, what are some of the different side effects, if you will, that maybe they will or could encounter if, they aren't, once they start, number one, and number two, if, medication isn't done in a continuous cycle?
Sure. Yeah, side effects I think are oftentimes one of the concerns that I think any person seeking medication for any condition is curious about. And a lot of times we don't have a ton of side effects that are negative in comparison to the substance that the individual is using. But a lot of times, particularly with the 2 of the medications that I referred to, Suboxone and Methadone, individuals can experience constipation is a big one, just because they are opiate blocking. Actually, Methadone is not opiate blocking, but that is one of the bigger side effects for opiates in general. So that is something that can be, concerning for folks, but we do always, have some suggestions and ways around that for sure. And we are very selective in seeking the dose that's going to work best for an individual based on the substance that they're using, again, how much they're using it, how frequently they're using it. And so really being pretty selective, like I said, in determining the right dose for a person. We want to minimize the side effects as much as possible.
Well, and I think that's you hit on something that I think is so important, and that was that the side effects of this are normally not as bad as the side effects of the substance in which we're we're utilizing. And so whenever someone's starting, maybe this path, and maybe they have family members that don't necessarily understand the MAT side of things, the medication assisted treatment, and maybe just kind of have that older perspective of maybe we're just trading one for one. What are some of the things that maybe we can educate the family members of those folks about just the benefits of this as they're going through that battle?
Absolutely. I think that's an excellent question. There can be a strong bias, I believe, and we see it all the time. That an individual seeking, services is just trading one substance for another. We utilize an approach called a harm reduction approach. So really the medication alone is just a tool. We have an assortment of different services that we use to try to combat and aid in the recovery process alone. So we really just kind of like to look at the medication as a tool. And really, I think it's all about perspective, right? We're trying to save lives at the end of the day. And if a medication helps someone or deters them from going and using an illicit substance that is very fatal, we're gonna shoot for using that medication as opposed
100%.
to someone potentially going out and using a substance that could end their lives.
And if it's just because just to pinpoint this a little bit more, what do these three medications overall actively do when somebody's utilizing them? What are some of the benefits? What are the results of the medication?
Yeah, sure. Another excellent question. And
I'm 2 for 2. I'm telling you, I don't ask 2 good questions a show, let alone an interview.
You're spot on. And I can certainly kind of get into, the clinical pharmaceutical approach as to why we use, the different medications that we do, because they do all serve different purposes. With the ultimate goal being that we're assisting an individual from trying to prevent relapse or just trying to minimize craving and compulsion for their substance. So the three different medications again are Vivitrol, Suboxone, and Methadone. Vivitrol alone is a long-lasting injectable medication that the goal of that medication is to try to prevent relapse. So it really does try to block an opiate in particular. We do use it for other substance-related conditions as well. But so if an individual uses an opiate while they're on that medication, it's going to block those euphoric effects. So really, we're trying to train and retrain the brain to not respond in a reward way of, hey, this is actually really pleasurable. So we're trying to, train the brain, like I said, into not wanting that substance. Suboxone kind of does a mix of that as well, in terms of blocking the euphoria from the opiate that any individual would typically feel. But it also satisfies the receptor. I might be getting a little clear there, to where it helps minimize the craving alone just in using that medication. And then methadone is also a medication that we predominantly use, that we see people interested in and who do come to our clinic, which definitely it is a opiate alone, but it satisfies that receptor in saying, hey, I don't need anything else. So really, really decreasing the craving and potential risk of using an illicit substance.
Well, it's all really fascinating, and honestly, thanks for going into that a little bit more. And I feel like the best part of this conversation is it's all done in conjunction with individual or group counseling to support overcoming this. And to me, it seems like you really can't have one without the other when it comes to this type of treatment path.
I would agree. Although speaking of biases, I am a counselor myself. So of course I firmly believe in the process of counseling and, what it can do for folks. But kind of like I mentioned earlier, the medication can be used as just a tool in the whole process of treating addiction. And more so in terms of like the the physiological dependence that a person has on a substance. There is so much more complexity to an addiction than just the physical dependence on a substance. And that's where the group counseling and individual counseling kind of comes into play. Trying to process through some of those things, learning more effective ways to cope with life, right? We all need to learn new ways to cope with life. And I think also having that element of community within the groups too, feeling as though I'm not alone in this. I'm not the only person that struggles with this. And I think the medication piece helps give people a jump start.
Yeah.
To being able to kind of access their brain a little bit more to engage in that therapeutic process.
Well, and see, that's really, to me, just such an important component of this. And Centerstone does offer methadone guest dosing, correct?
Yes.
And my question is, do you ever have an individual or folks that maybe are going, utilizing the methadone or utilizing one of the three? Do any of them become addictive or habitual for these individuals? And is that why the counseling side is so important? Just to try to, kind of pinpoint that too.
So speaking to the methadone becoming
yeah, does
addictive?
the methadone become addictive or habitual if not monitored, or how does that work?
It certainly has addictive potential, sure.
Wow.
I think that there are definitely individuals that could potentially have been their substance, use of substance of choice to abuse. So in terms of like determining a medication that's going to be right for them, we might not go down that road.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so it could absolutely become habitual. But again, we're always kind of monitoring the dose to determine what's going to be the most therapeutic dose for an individual. So whether that means like, do we need to increase the dose if it's not at a level that is satisfying their craving, or do we need to continue to slowly like taper down? And if the individual is engaging in other services and doing well, then yeah, we would definitely, and we do all the time, determine, okay, maybe we need to start taking you down off of this and taking the training wheels off, so to speak.
And it's really just fascinating just to hear the ins and outs of how this, treatment works. And, when it comes into just your patients and individuals overall, I'm sure that there's just a different variety of individuals from all different backgrounds and walks of life that are a part of these programs and treatments.
100%. I always say addiction does not discriminate. We see all different kinds of populations of people, all different ages, all different, races, gender. Addiction does not discriminate. And therefore, we have to, we do take into account like those unique traits and things like that in an individual. So we do, focus our treatment on their particular walk of life. And make it individualized per the person. But absolutely, throughout my career, not just at Centerstone, working with professional people, medical professional people,
wow.
Parents, adolescents, it's all over.
Well, and see, how important is it to have, in your role, to have, an ability to just, have the opportunity to connect with those different backgrounds, because I'm sure that's difficult when you're dealing with or working with rather, multiple, age groups, multiple backgrounds, multiple poverty levels and stages of life. Is it a tough hat to wear sometimes, or how do you find that balance when navigating clients?
Sure. I think it can be. I think it can be a lot of pressure for counselors. However, not just at Centerstone, but I think within the field of counseling in general, there is a huge movement toward training on multicultural counseling, inclusion, equity, and being able to kind of change gears. So there is a lot of training and education devoted to that. So we can adapt and be flexible to the person that's sitting in front of us.
Well, and I'm sure everybody's timeline looks different, and whether or not it takes years or months or decades, what have you, it does. That's not the important part. What is there ever a common moment that you have with folks where you can see that it's all starting to click, that lights come on moment, like the aha, we're getting there? What's that look like, and what's it feel like for both you and the patient?
That's an incredible moment. I would say that's what keeps us doing what we do. It is a challenging career. It really is. I think all of the staff, the team that we have here at Centerstone are incredibly passionate and dedicated
Mm-hmm.
to the work that we do. But that moment, you are right. It is pretty evident when the pieces of the puzzle just start to click into place. We might have gathered a lot of information and built a lot of coping skills and supports and things like that. But once it starts to really come together and click, the sky's the limit at that point. Things just start to fall into place for that person in their life. And it's pretty incredible to watch.
I couldn't imagine. And just because I find this component fascinating too, is there a lot of times when you're working with folks, how much does internal pressure come into play with, maybe wanting to be fixed tomorrow or, wanting this all to go back to normal like it was, 5 or 10 years ago? Does internal pressure affect the individual more, or is it external pressures like, relationship with loved ones and their family members? What do you see more of?
I don't necessarily know if there's any pressures that stand out more than others. The combination, absolutely, for sure. And each individual is probably going to feel pressure differently than others. And we definitely do. We have clients that come and seek services because they might have been encouraged by a loved one or a family member. But what you're speaking to in terms of those internal pressures, we do see that. We do see that a lot. I have a lot of clients that I just want to be who I was.
Yeah.
I want to be rid of this. I want to make up for lost time. And what I always try to do in terms of changing that perspective is, as human beings, I mean, when we're going through time in our lives, we're always changing. We're never going to necessarily be the person that we once were. We're going to be evolved into something different.
Mm-hmm.
And that might look even, more wonderful and beautiful than what you were before you started using substances.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those things, I think, that even if somebody, is not going through that, even folks just watching at home, anyone could connect with what you're saying there about, the changes of the season, if you will. And, whenever we're talking about individual and group therapy, are both of these components not required, but part of the rubric? Is it individual and group therapy, or is it individual and or group therapy when it comes to the overall process?
Yeah. It kind of depends on where they are in terms of their level of care.
Gotcha.
So what we provided at Alton specifically, our location in Alton, is we have an intensive outpatient program and an outpatient program. Throughout the whole state, we have all different levels of care. But to answer your question, it is an and or.
Okay.
We really do want the client to be driving the car. Meaning, we really have client-centered care. We want them to have a say in the services that they desire and what's going to be effective for them. So we have the options for all of these different kinds of services, and we encourage them and recommend them, and but they ultimately have the decision on whether or not they want to engage in those things.
100%. And before I let you go, what's your final thought just on MAT overall, and just anything else you'd like to share with our audience before we say so long for now?
Sure. MAT, medicated assisted treatment, I do think that it does. It has a bias associated with it, but I think it has really been instrumental in saving lives. And again, at the end of the day, that's what we're shooting for. We all have the ability to make changes in our lives if we still are breathing life, right? And if a medication can assist a person's process in doing that, then, like I said, the sky's the limit. And we have a lot of other interventions and services that we can do to assist in that process. Overall, I think Centerstone, like I said, our team is very passionate and dedicated to this work. From the directors to the customer care service people, recovery specialists, nurses, counselors, we all together as a team try to uplift and build hope for people. That's ultimately what we're trying to do at Centerstone and save lives at the end of the day.
100%. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a great conversation, and I hope we get to talk again soon.
Thank you so much, CJ. It was my pleasure.
No problem. We'll take a quick break. To find out more information, you guys can go to centerstone.org. That's centerstone.org, or just give them a call, 1-877-HOPE-123. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show on this Wednesday morning comes right around the corner next.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Going to be talking to Woods River Main Street here soon. 10:33. Daily. We have been busy today. This has been a good show. I mean, I hope the boss is watching because I'm asking for never mind. Anyway, back to our daily show. Hey, wanted to laughed at my own joke. It made me cough. Hey, I wanted to fill you in on something. With our friends at BJC's Alton Memorial Health Services Foundation, Shannon Fraley just sent me this, and I wanted to make sure gave it a quick shout out. Hey, stop by Olga's today. Actually, Olga's sounds really good. Might see if the boss wants to buy team lunch. I think we should. We've missed work anniversaries. We've missed birthdays here lately, John. I think we do a team lunch. I think that's what we do. I don't know. Anyway, Alton Memorial Health Services Foundation is needing you to stop by Olga's for Dine for a Cause. If you mention them today when you're placing their order, proceeds will help them purchase a new ambulance for the Alton Memorial Emergency Medical Services. This runs 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. today. 20% donated back to the foundation. It's 618-462-0642 to place your call-in orders or just stop by and grab some Olga's. I mean, come on, what are you doing here? Hey, also, wanted to fill you in that I'm still selling community Christmas tickets, Christmas and July raffle tickets. Who wants to win $3,500 cash? I mean, what are you doing with yourself? Who wants to win $1,000 cash? What are you doing with yourself? Who wants to win Cardinals green seats? What are you doing to yourself? Who wants to win vacations? Yes, vacations for a $10 raffle ticket that helps so many children around the 618 enjoy the Christmas that they truly deserve. Every child has the right to a good Christmas, and with the team over there at Community Christmas, Christmas in July, the Freers, and really United Way, it's just there's so many great partners involved in this. I highly encourage you to reach out to me if you haven't yet. CJ at RiverBender.com. That's CJ at RiverBender.com. Andrew Ambrose, I'm challenging you right now. I want to see who can sell the most tickets in the next month. I think that'll be fun, and let's keep raising more money for Community Christmas. CJ at RiverBender.com for Christmas and July raffle tickets. Win big and help me win big, too, for $10 a ticket, and, you'll make me happy.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Oh, you got me feeling shaky.
I promise I'm not. I'm just doing my job here, man. No, but it's going to be good. Sorry, we're talking about calendars. Sorry. Ed Kirsten back in the studio, Wood River Main Street. New website up and running.
Yeah.
How's it been?
So it launched on Friday, and it has really already made my life easier. So it's so nice. We're so excited to be partnering with a company called Locable, which really their motto is take back local.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really geared towards all of our downtown businesses and all of our businesses in Wood River. It's a really, really cool concept. Like every single business gets their own profile page.
Mm-hmm.
So they can just jump on and build everything out. They don't have to wait for me to do it. They could do it themselves. And then they've got some really cool tools. So if they want to do like a coupon, they can throw a coupon on there, and then they can track, where are they seeing you from? You're seeing them from the website or the business directory and things like that. So yeah,
Really cool.
I'm super, super excited to have this up and running. It's been a long time coming, and it was a lot of work to get it going, but it's going now.
Well, and it's really cool to see that you guys have some events already populating in there, and really going to be great, because what people don't realize, and I wish more organizations would do it, quit the copy and paste calendar. Okay, I know it was good 10 years ago.
Right.
This ICS where you can just download it to people's phones and they know what's going on. Like, that's a really cool incentive to have for so many people. And it makes it easier for publications and press releases and everything
So
else.
nice. Yeah. And so one of the things with our website is I'm able to go in on the back end and, when people have something big happening, it's automatically going to populate onto my file and I can do an e-newsletter, just click a couple buttons and boom, everybody's stuff is already out, which is amazing.
That is really cool. How long did it take to get all this lined up?
A while.
Fair. That's fair.
A couple months at least, going through and just making sure that I had every single business that we have in Wood River and making sure that I have all of their information in so that I could just send out emails and say, hey, click this. This is where you go. This is what you can do. And it's done.
So who's trying to get RiverBender to move over to Wood River with this Hollywood River Studios?
Right. Isn't that cool?
I just have to ask you while we're here. I mean, I feel like they're basically getting ready to call me.
Probably.
I'm not trying to get a raise or anything before I get the competitive stuff going. But I'm just saying, I feel like that it really should just say, like, I could be the next Carson at Wood River.
You could. There you go.
I thought about it. I'm like, this is great because I want to do a night show.
Yeah. There you go. See?
A real one with real jokes and not an audience soundtrack. That's what I meant. But there's so much growth in Wood River. You just welcomed a new business, didn't you?
Let's see. Yes. So we have, we have the Downtown's West End that just opened, and then we just did a meet and greet for our new barbecue restaurant that's coming in.
It was. Yeah.
So we're really excited. They're working on their building right now. They're from St. Louis. They've been really, really popular in St. Louis, and they just miss that hometown feel.
Yeah.
So they are moving over. We're super excited to have them. It's called Bootleg and Barbecue, and it's delicious. They brought samples, so I could have eaten my weight in barbecue, but that's okay. It was delicious. So we're really excited to have them, and then Cafe Lene is coming pretty soon, and they're going to be in the old 1929 building.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's a nice spot for them.
It's a beautiful place, and we're super excited to have a breakfast and lunch spot back downtown. Then we have another couple things going. There was a TIF that was approved this past council meeting for one of the buildings that we've been really wanting to save, and we're really excited that someone has come in to want to save it. So it was actually the first theater in Wood River. And so it's been different things, but now it's going to be rehabbed and beautiful again. So we're really excited for that.
That's really cool. You're able to save that. I mean, that's really great. I wanted to ask you, is your survey still online?
It is.
And how long is it open for?
We have that open until I think it's the 30th of July.
And honestly, just wanted to direct you to that, because if you go to the Wood River, it's called wrbusinessalliance.org. I'm sure if you just go to the Wood River Main Street Facebook page, you can just click on the website there.
Yeah.
But go to this screen here with me, follow along at home, and I just went to news and announcements and just clicked on the survey, and you scroll down, click take the survey now, and you'll be redirected to it. But this is really important for folks to do, because this is really their input is being calculated.
Absolutely. So we're doing our transformation strategy with Main Street America and Illinois Main Street in August. So that's what all of that information is about. It's super important for us to get as many people as we can to take the survey, because we want to know exactly what you're wanting. It's great if we put a bunch of businesses that, I want, but I'm not all of Wood River. Other people want other things. So we want to hear from every single person. We want to hear from business owners, visitors, residents, public officials, everybody, because we want to make sure that we are doing what we need to do to make Wood River great for everybody.
Well, and what I think is so important about this too is, when you open the survey, there's a section, how long have you lived here? And I think that's a really important question, because sometimes I think community stakeholders go, well, if this is online, anyone can take it. But no, there's an actual box for that where you can have some outside input, because it's never bad.
No, absolutely not.
And honestly, I think it's great that you have it broken down by years too, just to see where maybe the generational mindsets and projections are, for that, neighborhood or that household.
Exactly.
Wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, we're really excited to have it going.
And then what day was that the workshop?
Transformation strategy is August 19th and 20th.
Man, really cool. And now tickets, do you have to register? Or?
Yes, and that's not open yet.
Okay.
We're getting all of the stuff together for that and getting our agenda ready and everything. So we're really excited to have Main Street America and Illinois Main Street in Wood River, so we can kind of show off what we're doing and then really get to work on what we want to plan to keep doing.
Really exciting. And now farmers markets start.
Yay!
When's that happen?
Thursday.
This Thursday?
So yeah, it starts this week. We're a little later than a lot of the other ones, but some of our farmers that have been with us for a long time, they always have a hard time with enough produce for all of the farmers markets that they're doing. So just giving them a little bit extra to get a little surplus so that they can come down to us. So we're excited to have our first one this week on Thursday. Hopefully the weather's going to be great. Since it's our first one, we've got live music. We have Klausty's Kitchen is going to be there with their food truck. And then we have the Rolling Honeysuckle, which is such a cute little concept. And she's like a rolling flower shop. So you can make your own bouquet, or she has bouquets already made. So we had something fun for that too.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You got a moment to stick around?
Yeah, definitely.
I got to pay a bill. It's 10:45. It's 80 degrees. This studio is fluctuating in temperatures. Like I'm hot flashing over here. I turned as red as that damn color over there. I don't know. I got a lot of problems, but we'll figure them out next.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today. You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Is what I got is within my reach, and the subplot style's still straight from Long Beach. It all comes back to you. You're bound to get what you deserve. Try and test that. You're bound to get served.
10:47. Welcome back. Kristen Burns back in the studio. So back to the website.
Yeah.
What are some things that the business owners could kind of take into account when they're setting up their online profile and do they have to be specifically in the Main Street district?
No.
Oh.
This is for all of Wood River.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah, and we have some partners that are not Wood River businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So we've even added those to our profile pages.
Why not?
So yeah, because I mean, the Riverbend area is so unique to just different places. Like a lot of places don't have what we have.
Right.
So being able to partner with some of these other ones, it's just really important to just cross promote everywhere we can, because everybody needs to be cross promoting. It's so important. But yeah, it's so easy. I've been telling a lot of people, so we have quite a few businesses that have been around for a really long time.
Yeah.
They're not website savvy. They're
That's what I
not
was asking.
social
Yeah.
media savvy. So this gives them an opportunity to basically have their own website. It's just a page that people can go to. It'll go in with your Google and everything because it's all integrated.
Mm-hmm.
And then people can actually see what you're doing. So it looks like you've got this website going and you've got this stuff. So it's so important for our businesses to make sure that they're doing these profiles.
Well, and hell, I think about so many times, not even the brick and mortars, but even like the services, like the HVACs and the plumbers and all that, because how many times you have the family business that's been running for, 40, 50 years, but we don't want to do technology because we don't understand it. And the young guys may be going, well, it's easy. Well, this is your first step. And you can actually prove, hey, look at this. We're gaining something out of this, for free from the Main Street District.
Exactly. So we've already sent out like an invite to all of our businesses. And then we are scheduling some little webinars for people so that they can like literally be walked through how to do it, because it takes 3 minutes and you're done. It's so simple, so easy. We just really want all of our businesses to take advantage of this free service that we're providing. It's every single business in Wood River, every single partner that we have. It's just another way for us all to focus all of our energy on doing the same thing.
Now, how do I sign in?
So if you go down on our webpage, keep going, right there.
Learn more?
Yep.
Oh, be sure to create your free Locable account today.
There you go. There it is.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there you go. You can do a password. You can set up whatever, and then it's automatically going to go into our business directory. You can put your logo. You can literally put anything that you want on there, and it just gives everybody the info that they need for your business.
And now with this, I mean, they can do coupons, but I'm also seeing that they can sell even like gift cards and stuff, and that's really cool.
If they have a job posting, like they can put that on there, and then it's automatically going to populate onto our website. So each week I'll be able to send out an email saying, hey, these people are looking for new hires.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do that. If there's a building that's for lease, we can do things for that. Like there's so many options that the business owners and the building owners will have just with this small free profile.
What's the automated cross promotion look like?
A lot. It's craziness. Like I'm still learning.
So I'm not even making fun. I'm not making fun of you because I looked at that. I'm like, well, what the hell does that mean? Like that's just scary, and it's not scary in a bad way, but scary in a. There's a lot that's going on the site.
There is. There is a lot because it's connecting to other sites as well. So the library, they just did their profile and we're working with the library, and then their community calendar is going to be added to our community calendar. Our community calendar is going to be added to their community calendar. Same with Park and Rec. So anytime that they have an event, it's going to go onto our calendar as well as their calendar. So every single calendar is going to be updated with everybody's information. So it's just going to be so easy for people to see what's really happening in Wood River.
Well, I mean, I'm just going down the list. By the way, this is just making my job so much easier. I mean, I'm having the time of my life. Keep doing it. But I think this is so cool because I'm also seeing there's like an ad management campaign side to this too, which, you can turn some of these, web traffic, users into actual leads and really help yourself. And I mean, here's just because I got nosy while Kristen was talking, I decided just to learn more too. And I went to the Locable website. I mean, this is a lot for business owners, and really, again, just driving home that, I mean, it's free. I mean, it's literally a free service that has all these different components. And for a new business, why not try this out first?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, you're winning.
I know. I'm so excited.
Oh, man. So there's going to be also business suggestions and different things that business owners can do, and some tips along the way. And it's called Marketing Mission. So a lot happening. How many have signed up so far?
So I think we have like 35.
Good.
So we just launched on Friday. So we already have quite a few that have jumped on board, and they're like, oh yeah. So
hell yes.
I was really excited. I got to present at the council meeting and just kind of give them some updates on what we're doing also, and be able to talk about this a little bit. And it was funny because like I got home and I had messages from business owners that were like, hey, we already signed up for our Locable thing. I'm like, great, yay.
That's really cool.
So yeah, I'm really excited to have people get excited about it, because it's important for us to be able to cross promote and just help each other out, because we're all on the same mission to make a thriving downtown and a thriving Wood River, and that's what we're trying to do.
100%. Well, and it keeps more connected too.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. The more you can have grow relationships in any realm, I mean, that's a much needed thing for everybody.
Right. And when you get the haters that are like, oh, there's nothing going on in Wood River.
Don't even get me started here. You know what? I'm so tired. So I write every week a weekend go guide, okay, where we take every event from the area that's on Facebook and everything. It takes me hours to put this damn thing together.
Yeah.
And I did it for a reason. We did it for a reason, because everyone says there's nothing to do in the Riverbend.
Yep.
Every article that I write is over 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
to read it. I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm being serious. These are
it's forever.
It's just insane. And it's like, so the more that you can add and showcase to that, and then we can find those easier and add to it, it proves our point that there's literally so much more to do in the Illinois side of St. Louis than there is to do in St. Louis. That doesn't cost you $400 to go do.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and a lot of our stuff is like a free service and free things for kids to do and for adults to do. So yeah, we're really excited.
I'm just glad I got to rant today. I was kind of getting built up of energy and I didn't know what to do. We need a smash room.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Actually, I might start that business.
I could smash some stuff. Yeah.
So, farmers market's this Thursday. What time?
It starts at 4 o'clock, goes from 4 to 7, and it's in the downtown lots right behind Ferguson.
Oh, so when you drive through,
yep, 143, it's right there.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Anything else coming down the pipeline?
We got some other things on the calendar that we're working on. So yeah.
On the internets?
Yes, we're excited. We have our golf tournament for us. So ours is September 12th. We're really excited to have our first golf tournament. That's going to be our big fundraiser of the year. And it's at Belk Park, of course. So we're excited for that. And once I get more info for that, I'll come in and jab about all of that stuff.
There you go. Keeping it moving. Yeah. Keeping it moving. Well, we'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. This was great. Keep up the great work.
Thanks.
We'll come back, wrap up the Wednesday morning that was right after this in the heart of the 618.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Tequila beer on tap, sweet southern woman sit on my lap. G with an O, O with a D, T with an I and a M and a E, and a good time. Good time. I've been working all week and I'm tired and I don't want to sleep and I want to have fun. Time for a good time. Oh, turn it up now.
Welcome back. Daily Show. It's a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to all of you. Just an important update when it comes to some of this weather that we're expecting today here in the Metro East region. Here's what we know on this. Dan Brandon, our content director, spoke with the National Weather St. Louis as they issued that tornado watch for part of Illinois and Missouri as thunderstorms move through the region. National Weather Service meteorologist Lydia Yaya said the environment is favorable for tornado development due to a combination of warm temperatures, high humidity, and wind shear. Thunderstorms are currently affecting northeast Missouri and are expected to come through or continue through noon. Now, Additional storms may be developing along the outflow boundary. We got to watch from that from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., primarily over southeast Missouri and southwest Illinois. Some of the afternoon storms could be severe. That's something we have to monitor throughout the day, and we'll be monitoring it for you. Here's what the meteorologist had to say. The primary threat from these severe storms today will be damaging winds. Large hail and tornadoes are also possible. Residents are urged to have multiple ways to receive your alerts, your warnings, just to make sure that you and your loved ones are safe, just in case you got to seek shelter as these severe storms come in, as we just had that scare a couple of weeks ago. Make sure you download the RiverBender.com app. We have a really good push notification system. Actually, we get them out a couple of minutes faster than the TV stations over there, and it's really great information to have in a moment's notice when you really need to know. So download that app today. Make sure you never miss out. I'm out of time. Stay safe today. Have a great day. Try your best to stay out of jail.